About a year ago, I made a video titled 10 minutes of useless Clash of Clans facts. A video where I literally read facts that I was sure nobody would find interesting. I couldn't have been more wrong. I recently did a 15-minute version for Clash Royale, so what better way to kill some more time with 15 minutes of useless Clash of Clans facts, starting now. The Air Sweeper's area of effect is an angle of 60 degrees. At the time of removal, it was reported that less than 1% of players were actually using global chat. Completing all achievements gives a total of 17,062 gems and 93,890 experience points, which is enough to buy all 5 builders with over 10,000 gems left over. A video posted on Reddit by user person027 shows where the Eagle artillery shots go off screen. This isn't something you're supposed to see, but the Redditor explained that he achieved this with the multitasking feature on the new Galaxy Fold. There is a video set to unlisted in the official Clash of Clans channel that includes a dubbed version of the HaVoC Redditor by community manager Darian. It currently sits at about 7,000 views, and I'll try and remember to put the link down below. There was once a bug stating that a new skeleton trap will require Town Hall 1001. I don't know why that's so funny. Upgrading the weapon at Town Hall 13 is actually more expensive than at Town Hall 14. How much more expensive? Well, expect to spend a total of 55 million for Town Hall 13 and 48 million at Town Hall 14. There are 95 people credited in the game credits. Trust me, I counted. Some of these useless facts are interesting, while others, yeah. But you know what is interesting? Today's sponsor, Kongregate. They have a game universe, the Bitverse, made up of multiple games centering around your bit heroes, which players can customize, improve, and use in different ways, and games such as RPGs, battle royales, runners, and even a card collectible. Now at the moment, I've been playing Bit Heroes Quest, a turn-based RPG which is our first look into the Bitverse. But all of the other categories of games are coming soon. In fact, the Bitverse is expecting to launch 2 games in 2022. Kongregate has taken things a step further though, soon to release a Bitverse token NFT called Pixels, available soon. If you want to follow up on this project, I highly recommend you to join their Discord. The link will be down below. There you can know more about the Bitverse token, games available in the Bitverse, and be included in this adventure. So, thank you to Kongregate for sponsoring this video. Now, let's proceed with some more useless facts. The Goblin map is perfectly symmetrical, meaning the left and the right side are exactly the same. I tested this myself to see if I could split the map in half, make a copy of the leftover, flip it, put it back, and see if I could nail it. And the results will shock you. Just kidding. It looks the same. The ability to use emojis in the chat was added in May 25th, 2013. The oldest iPhone you can officially run Clash of Clans as of right now is the iPhone 5S, released in 2013. This is because Clash of Clans needs iOS 11 or higher to run, and the iPhone 5S was the oldest device to get iOS 11 back in 2017. The Headhunter is called the Striker in Japanese. This is what Clash of Clans looks like in portrait. It appears to be a glitch, like the Redditor explains. He was talking to supports, and then when the game reloaded, it loaded into portrait mode. Because the support was portrait, so he assumed that maybe the keyboard is stuck in portrait, and so the game loaded in portrait. I don't know, it's very weird but cool. In 2017, 29.5 billion Town Halls were destroyed inside the game. The most expensive single level to upgrade is the level 5 Eagle Artillery. Without season discounts, it costs 20 million gold. The Super Minion almost held its rockets like a gun. The device Supercell employees use for graphic design is called a Wacom Cintiq Pro with a 24-inch screen. You can buy one right now on Amazon for about $2,000, though this might vary between employees because Supercell gives some freedom of choice on certain devices. No one really knows what color the witch hair is, or if she even has hair, to be honest. She could be bald. But if you look closely at her card image from Clash Royale, you can see just enough of what looks to be her eyebrow. The color is hard to make out, but it looks like either the same color of a Valkyrie or a villager. In any of the districts, you can tap on the Ancient Builder and he'll wave back. Heroes almost had these massive thrones before Supercell finally landed on the altars they have today. We can see these being used in an early concept for Town Hall 10, and in an early sketch of Heroes where we can see the king on one of these thrones. According to the community manager Darian, his uncle is the creator of G.I. Joe. Even though the 9th Clashiversary scenery is considered a nighttime scenery, the grass is actually slightly brighter. There are currently 7 different kinds of houses in the districts and the capital hall. The clan house, small cabin, thatched hut, small hut, wooden house, wooden cabin, and the slanted house. The 10th anniversary loading screen is a pixel art version of the first ever loading screen that the game ever had. When super troops were introduced, if you boosted, say, the goblins into sneaky goblins, you could not train the regular goblin anymore. And since boost lasted 7 days back then, you couldn't train any normal goblins for 7 days. As time flew by though, some changes were made and you could now train both versions of the troop, and the boost would last a much shorter time for a reduced price. The pixel scenery is the only scenery that changes the airship and the forge, though it is a small change, so I mean, does it really count? I don't know. The rainbow effect on the gem box is a reference to the saying there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. In this case though, the pot of gold is a pot of gems. The level 1 builder hut, hero's altar, level 1 master builder's hut, and the level 1 army camp all have the same HP. 250. They are all tied as the lowest HP buildings in the game. The rocket artillery's rockets are 3D models when traveling in mid-air, just how heroes and pets are also 3D models. The Epic Winter, 9th Anniversary, and Hog Mountain sceneries are the only sceneries to not feature a waterfall. Removing the loot cart does not count toward the nice and tidy achievement. At one point, donating siege machines counted toward the Friend in Need achievement. However, this was moved over to the Siege Starter achievement in April of 2021. So far, there are 8 sceneries that change the appearance of the builder-based boats. Snowy Day, Tiger Mountain, Primal Scenery, Shadow Scenery, Royal Scenery, Summer Scenery, 10th Clashiversary, and the Pixel Scenery. A lot of the music, if not all of it, was composed by an artist named Martin Schula. Or Martin Schuler, I don't know.
Martin Schölle.
He's also done music for Brawl Stars, Clash Royale, Boom Beach, Heyday, and even more before working with Supercell. You can still tap the builder-based boat in a replay or while spectating, and the boat will appear to act as if it's working. But obviously, nothing will happen. Here are 21 high-quality poses for the builder. You're welcome. According to the Town Hall 14 dev update video, the design of Town Hall 14 and its defenses were inspired by the indigenous Mesoamerican architecture, of course, mixed with some jungle vibes. You can see a shadow of a figure in the castle's window in the Epic Winter scenery. The builder-based boat appeared in villages on May 3rd, 2017, 19 days before the update actually dropped. You couldn't exactly do much with the boat during those 19 days though. You could just click on it and it would say that the boat was broken. No indication that you could fix it or travel. This is the Town Hall 13 Gigabomb and the Town Hall 14 Poison Bomb. You might have noticed these in game, but it's usually covered by smoke, debris, fire, or other troops, so I thought it'd be cool to show them here without any of that. You know, because nobody asked, and this is the perfect video for that. The first appearance of the Santa Surprise spell was available around Christmas time in 2012, but it was not available on the actual Christmas day, the 25th. Ironically, the spell took 25 hours to train and costed 25,000 gold. The Eagle Artillery has the longest lasting ammo capacity out of all the buildings that need to be loaded. It can shoot for 5 minutes straight. According to Darian, the reason why we haven't got more tornado traps is because players find it frustrating when their attacks are slowed down. The level 7 air sweeper was added into the game on October 12, 2016, but it wasn't available until October 11th, 2017, almost exactly a year later. Why did they choose not to wait one day more? I don't know, it's bothering me. The strongman was inspired by turn of the century strongmen wearing leotards, but with a Scottish twist. It's estimated that the average community manager at Supercell makes $90,000 a year according to Glassdoor.com. Of course, this can vary depending on a lot of factors. Here are some early air defense designs and some early ammunition ideas. Village edit mode is banned in Japan. Yeah, random feature to ban, but whatever. Apparently, it was due to a lawsuit where a company claimed Supercell stole the idea of village edit mode. Players in Japan started to use VPNs to access features like the village edit mode, but Supercell caught wind of it, and apparently Japan, and they had to send an in-game message warning players to stop using VPNs to access geographically locked content such as this. And, as a bonus, that it would get them banned. Yeah, I feel kinda bad. Assuming you collect the collectors and not let it pile up, one single max gold mine will make about 55 million gold a year. That's a lot of work for just one mine, but all 7 of them combined make about 385 million gold a year. And somehow I still never have gold for walls. In September of 2012, a lightning spell took 14 hours to train, 16 for a heal spell, 18 for a rage spell, but only a month later they would get reduced into just a small fraction of what they were. And just for comparison purposes, here's how long they take today without any boost or reductions. During the 2013, 2014, and 2015 Halloween event, the spark effect from the lightning spells was temporarily replaced with a swarm of bats. The Pumpkin Barbarian is the only temporary troop in the game to have different appearances depending on its level. As you may know by now, heroes and pets are 3D models, but there are also a couple of troops that were made in 3D as well, the Mountain Golem and the Flying Fortress. The invisibility spell was suggested by a user named BadThings99 in the Clash of Clans forums all the way back in December of 2012, back when everyone and their mama was making spell ideas because they were still a fairly new thing. It would finally be added 8 years later in December of 2020. The phrase, "Did somebody say hog rider?" comes from a Clash of Clans TV commercial.
We're gonna need more barbarians. Did someone say hog rider?
The phrase, "Did somebody say?" was referencing a popular meme at the time. It's kind of a dead meme today, but whatever. We use dead memes all the time in this channel. It's possible for a player to have their base appear in a different time as if they're time traveling. I'm not even kidding. Let me explain. As you all know, inactive players will usually have stuff upgraded for them if they're offline for more than 90 days. Well, if that occurs and that inactive account gets put in war, those changes will appear to be in effect, but if you visit the player, you'll notice that nothing has changed. It's exactly how it was when he left. This is because the player has to get on for these upgrades to be activated, but being in war sort of bypasses that requirement. It's very confusing to explain, but luckily we have this video here posted on Reddit. It's very cool and very weird. The rage spell has the largest gap between laboratory upgrades of any spell or troops in the game, reaching level 5 at Town Hall 8 and level 6 at Town Hall 12. It is possible to get banned for no reason while you were inactive. This can happen if the original method you used to sign into the game is no longer supported, or its use is banned in a certain country. For example, Supercell ID being banned in certain countries now. Putting a torch in the top corner of the builder base will make the lighting cut out incorrectly. If you send the master builder to the forge, he'll appear as a normal builder. For an April Fool's prank one year, Supercell tweeted out that you can occasionally see troops bathing in the waterfall. Most of you probably know the old max walls for Town Hall 10 were blue electric walls before being updated to fit the lava theme. But did you know that these almost made a return? Someone asked if we'd ever see them again in a Q&A, and their answer, we looked at the possibility of reintroducing the blue walls, but sometimes looking backwards isn't always the direction we want to go. We felt since we were introducing something new to the game, we wanted everything, including the walls, to feel fresh instead of rehashed. The clan capital tutorial has you attack a clan called the Order, the same clan seen in the builder base tutorial. The Order is said to be the first clan ever created in the game. I don't know who needs to hear this, but when I saw someone mention it on Reddit, people were shocked at the obvious feature they never knew was hiding in plain sight. You can scroll through the troops and the practice maps. The Champion King's sword was changed at one point to look less fiery. It's probably for the best though, because apparently it had some issues, and also some people stated that it looks like he was holding a giant torch. As you all know, both the Elixir Collector and the Gold Mine cost exactly the same to upgrade, but this wasn't always the case. At one point, the level 5 Gold Mine cost 3,000 Elixir, and the level 5 Elixir Collector cost 3,500. This was changed in June of 2021. When the game was in its soft launch stages, there was no clan castle or air defense. They ended up being added the same day the game went global. This is the same case for every trap at the time as well. The soft launch had no traps. The game has had many temporary things over the years, traps, troops, special skins, badges, but the first ever temporary item was a trap, the pumpkin bomb, available during Halloween 2012. In replays, any animation in the scenery will still be animated at normal speed, regardless of the playback speed you selected. They'll also still be animated when the replay is paused. This is because the scenery has nothing to do with the actual replay. The speed of the replay only affects the troops and the defenses. According to Supercell, the Gold Pass has 25 times the value than just getting the items individually. With that in mind, everything you get should add up to $125. Someone did the math for the most troops you can have in one attack, including clan castles, spells, and the troops heroes drop. He landed on an army of 381 barbarians, 36 of those being from the king's ability, 20 archers from the queen's ability, 1 P.E.K.K.A. and 11 wizards in a siege barracks, 294 bats all from spells, including the clan castle spells, 4 heroes, each having 25 housing space according to the Eagle artillery, coming into a total of 707 troops, plus 4 heroes and 640 housing space. Heroes being counted at 25 as we said, and spells at 5. So if you can bring an army consisting of all of those troops, let me know if your game lags. Ruined buildings in the builder base create a no spawn zone, meaning you can't spawn anything in that spot. Alright, that is 15 minutes. Wow. Took a lot of research, you have no idea, but I'm glad I was able to do one more of these. Yes, I think this is the last one for a while. You guys know I love facts, I like learning, and researching for this video was very time consuming but incredibly interesting, and I'm happy to share information with others, even if it was mostly useless facts like today. But once again, I think I've squeezed the internet dry for all the facts it had. I think I've said that like 3 times by now, but this time I really mean it. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. HaVoC Gaming out. Peace!